Hey, I got something to say. I'm just so sick of hearing everyone complain. I know it's tough and I know there's pain, but hitting bottom is the only way to change. So I'll keep hustling, you keep struggling.
There we go, Lee. Hello. Let's keep hustling.
Nice
Welcome
song.
to
Nice
Crypto
song.
MC, guys. We traders, we hustlers. We are trying to outsmart everybody else in the market, and the way that we do it is through technical analysis. My name is Rudo, also known as the chart artist. With me, let's get the hand right, is my trade buddy Fibonacci Lee. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm good, very well. And you?
I'm fine, buddy. So today, we're going to be sharing a few things with you guys. So let's bring down this music and let's get serious. Bitcoin in general is showing signs of money leaving and a most highly speculative alts. And investors feeling to save coins and USDTs in high demand. So what we need to do is we want to try and track and see what's happening over there. Influence of calling bear markets. There's terms of crypto winter. We've got crypto winter as our big hook today. So we're going to be looking at this, Lee, and we've got questions. Is crypto winter in effect, or are we only starting to feel it now? Buddy, what is your thoughts?
Well, I hope at least we start to feel it now.
Yes.
that would be, the logical sense to me. But for me, as far as I'm concerned, crypto winter has started already a few months ago.
That's true. So I think the main thing is with crypto winter starting and is in effect, we're going to have to really start getting a move on, start hustling, guys. So if you want to be in on the new trades, you want to be in on the new coins, you want to be in on the moves before they truly happen, that's your reason to subscribe. Hit the bell button so you don't get the news late, and share with your friends. Get more people on. We're here trying to help you guys. Okay, so now, Lee, seasonality does play a big role within the crypto markets. We've looked at this many times, and at the moment, we're in winter, European winter, and you had a saying, and I remember you saying it last year, actually, the first time, and you said, sell in May, go in May. Please tell me a little bit more about that.
Yeah, I mean, indeed, totally agree. I mean, there's a say in this stock market when traders says, sell in May, go away. It is because they are taking profit before they go on holidays. I mean, in Europe, in the States, I assume the same. The biggest summer holiday happened in July and August. Sometimes, they start at end of June. So the best time for them to sell and enjoy their holiday, not look at the charts, is to take profit before and then, plan for your holidays and just go away. And when they come back from those holidays, logically, they are looking to buy those shares that they've sold at the top much cheaper. So logically, from May, price need to drop a little bit, consolidate, and during this crypto winter or during this winter time, this is the time where everybody, are not looking at the charts. It's festive season, it's Christmas holidays, Chinese New Year, and all those holidays period. No one is looking at the chart, and that is when they are accumulating, they are buying, kind of in secret. When no one is watching the chart, they are here to accumulate more. And guess what? They're going to push the price a little bit higher. When spring comes, you will see the first sign of the direction where they want to go, and the whole cycle repeat itself.
Okay, so we've got the whole cycle in that sense. Another few things that we can discuss about this is astrology, Lee. And I think, what was our prognosis? We don't know shit about it, but it works. And excuse my French, guys, but that's the reality. As traders, as hustlers, we're going to have to look at things, and we're going to have to say sometimes there's things out there that people can use to their benefit in the same way that we use our strategies to our benefit. Now, these cycles do work. And I think the best scenario, if I can quickly bring up this chart, is the moon cycles. When you look at this, and there's people out there, not us, that can trade this to really, really good accuracy. So if that is something you do fancy, we want to bring some of those guys on. So please, in the comment section, if you've got people that you know of that trade using the moon or any astrology, send us a little bit of message. Give us something, a hint of that, what is happening there, so that we can start talking to those guys and bringing them in as well. Okay, so with that being said, I mean, there's nothing much to tell other than that it's a beautiful chart for me, but I would definitely love to learn a little bit more. Lee, let's remove this chart and let's talk about what we want to see. We want to see price action. We're price action traders, and I think the big takeaway for the last 3 months, Lee, is that we've been dumping. The last 3 months has been nothing but reversal on reversal, lows not holding. And obviously that brings in a little bit of uncertainty and uncomfortableness. And for most people, even more worse emotions, because as soon as that fear creeps in, it wants to override your cognitive ability to deal with bad news. So with that being said, Lee, price action, is there enough demand created in where we are at this stage? And I think that's a big question that we need to ask ourselves. So what I have for you guys, and I'm just going to bring up my screen here. And this is something that I found on Will Clemente. And I really like the chart, and I like it for the following reasons. It shows buyers with holdings more than 1,000 Bitcoin. And these recent lows that we've experienced over here, it shows actually how they've been acquiring more Bitcoin. Now, remember what we said, and maybe let me just bring up my little pen tool, because that does make for some ease to explain my crazy way of thinking. And there it is. It's been taking its time to jump in. So let's pick a nice color. Lee, what color do you feel like today? Yellow is probably the worst thing on a white background. So maybe let's go
blue or
red.
red.
Let's go red. Okay, red. Please don't associate that as we're going to be drawing negative. Okay, let's go red. Remember what we see. The gray line is where Bitcoin's imbalance is stuck at. And we pointed to this area over here, and we explained to you guys weeks and weeks and weeks and months ago that even around this level, I was hoping for us to hit this high. Failed, but that imbalance still stays there. And we came back down into this range. So initially, what did we say? We said, well, if this is where the whales are buying, the imbalance is created over there, and that's where they would want to come and try and add to their position. So that's what we're seeing. People with 1,000 Bitcoin or more are adding to their position while everybody else is selling in fear and in capitulation. So that's just supporting. This is a chart that's basically supporting the theory to which we've been trying and trading for a long period of time. So now when everybody else is crying, it's over or it's horrible, just keep reason behind you that it should look that way, it should feel that way, but we should not necessarily act that way because of our analysis. Lee, then secondly, I want to show you this. Maybe you'd like this. Now, this is the entity adjusted dormancy flow indicator. And I've looked at this, and I quite like the way that the metric works. So basically what it means is when this dormancy is at a high value, it means that old coins are moving. And when it's at the low volume, it means that new coins are moving. So what are we going to get now is that when we get to this bottom end, that is when new coins are literally leaving. People that were new, people that were unexperienced, they were capitulating, they were selling. So basically what this chart is pointing to is that it's supporting the fact that, and let me just get my drawing book, at around these levels, that is when buying the dump or buying the fear, as we would love to rebrand it, starts paying off, because that is when capitulation starts kicking in. So it's only the 6th time that it's done this. And so the trend is your friend, and you have to treat it as if it's going to last forever. And this chart does support that. So Gert van Lagen, well done, buddy. And I have to say, maybe we need to try and get him on our stream as well once, because this makes for very interesting, supportive information to what we're trying to say and what we were trying to say the whole time. Okay, Lee. So now I've done all the boring, on-chain analysis that we've been looking at. Let's maybe take my screen away and let's talk charts. Okay. But before we do that, you said something to me a bit earlier. You said I should wake up. Why should we wake up?
Well, like your chart, I mean, like this Glassnode chart tells you, big wallet, institution money are slowly accumulating a little bit more BTC at those range. So you need to wake up. I need to wake up. I mean, I'm in my festive mood. You know, it's Chinese New Year. I don't want to work. It's time
That's
to
it.
to relax and everything. But yeah, I mean, if you miss that train, then we have to wait until the next one. So that's why I'm even during this festive period, I'm here with you guys to tell you to give you the trend of the day or the trend of the week, and what are the sign and what are the sign what are the sign I'm looking for to gain more confidence about this bounce.
Oh, awesome. More confidence. Now, how do we get more confidence? Is we do what we do best. We do some TA. Lee, I want to bring up your chart, buddy. And something that I haven't seen, maybe I've just not just been too encapsulated in my own little environment here this morning, but people are not talking about the monthly close as much I was hoping that they would. So let's talk about the monthly candle close and what we think about that. Because normally, and then our thesis, especially for today, is expect some volatility around these levels. So, Lee, where is support on the monthly?
Well, this is the monthly. I mean, this is the Bitcoin chart in what you call it?
It's a line tool. Yeah, so it's just the closing price.
So just show you the closing price. So if we look at only that line chart, then the previous support on the monthly that we should hold or we mustn't lose is basically this pivot here, and that is 34.8. I mean, I think it's 35K around this area. I'm going to put also on my marks. That line here comes to 35,045. Okay. So if there's one level that I need to watch tonight, that we should close the candle above a certain level, that will be the level that I need to pay attention, because if we close below this, now even on the closing of the monthly candle, we're gonna make a lower low compared to the previous support.
And that can be bad, because then that's going to cry bulls to go away if we close below that.
Yeah. So level to watch on the monthly close. I mean, we want to watch the monthly close, but why? What are the levels that we are watching? Which one must we pay attention? So the closest ones to me is right now this level.
So you actually asked me, you said to me, let's do that. Let's put my 23.6 FIB strategy to the test. So the 26.3 FIB level, Lee, quickly talk us through them for those that are new so that they don't feel left out, and how are we going to try and put that to the test?
Well, if I'm a good student, I'm learning what you are teaching me for the past years.
If you've listened in the class.
Yeah. So you have a strategy on how to take profits or how to get out when you are in a winning trade. So basically, you want to take the lowest pivot to the top one, and basically, you told me that you want to see the price. You're not gonna take profit, but you're gonna monitor this 23.6 level, and once the price drop or lose that level, the 23.6, you are waiting for one candle open and close below this 26 level to get out. And to get out where? At 0.23.6. So basically, if there's one candle open and close below this level, you are waiting for the next bounce back to this 23.6 level to exit your position.
That's it.
Am I correct?
Knowing that the 38.2 can be a probable buy and an exit liquidity hunt zone. Because what happens is big players can't get out at the top. Only one person gets to sell the top, and only one person gets to buy the bottom. Remember that. So that's why the market always gives us 2 or even sometimes 3 chances to get out. It's kind to us that way. So this is our exit liquidity tracker. That's basically what it does. So Lee, apply that to the chart first, please.
So on the monthly chart, if I take the low from the previous low at 3,000 somewhere here in 2019, that will be my fib level, the bottom to the top.
From the low to the top.
Yeah. And then what do we have here? We had the test of 23.6. We lost it. But which one is the candles that open and close below 23.6? It's this one.
This month.
This month, right? So if this month we open and close below 23.6, where is my exit strategy? At 23.6 here. So I'm waiting maybe for a bounce back to the 23.6 and now exit my Bitcoin that I'm holding for a long swing. Because what if we do that and we lost it again? We come back to the 618, 786. And this is where you want to buy back. Okay.
Now,
if that goes through a little bit more, then I still believe that you have a retest even at this zone. You know, you can leave at 53 to be safe, adjust your position level, and then you can go up. If it goes up, you're gonna come back and retest this area at 60K around this area, and now this one you can buy it back again. So you probably have lost a little bit of gain in this area, but it is, in my opinion, a better strategy.
I think if we're trying to call tops and bottoms, the strategy is horrible because you're not out at the top and you don't really get in at the bottom. But that's not the goal. We're trying to make consistent money. That's what we're trying to do. We're hustling here. We're trying to get this so that we can grow our dollar portfolio, make free cash so that we can buy coins to invest. And at this stage, this is the end game and the big picture that we're looking at. So strategies do fail, though, really. I just think let's just, if you're in drawdown and you're thinking, oh, but we are saying 53 is going to be, what if we don't go there and we hit the 618 immediately? So that's also why it's important. And we tweeted this out and we did it way, way, way back when it was relevant. You can go and check it. That we said, now we're entering and stop at break even. This is kind of where the big worry was. And that was around the 50 level when we were at that stage. And it was basically using the same strategy on a smaller time frame. And that's the big thing. And that brings us to smaller time frames, Lee. So what do we have? Because now we've got an idea of where we can go monthly. We've got a probable target monthly. But now let's dive this in weekly and let's quickly have a look at what the weekly has given us. Oh, yeah, okay, and look at that. We didn't even look at that.
Yeah, before we go to weekly, so if we close the monthly level like this and we don't make a lower low at 29, I hope tonight we're not gonna jump to 29K, but that will then we will be locking in, hidden bullish divergence because RSI is already making a lower low and price is still making higher low, right? So monthly close like this, it gives us a little bit of bounce maybe for next month. So let's dive in now
I just want to bring this up. There you go, guys. It's a continuation divergence. So go and get this chart. It's all over the show. It's continuation divergence. So what it is showing us there, that price is making a higher high and our oscillator RSI is making a lower low. Okay, back to you, buddy.
Okay,
Okay, so now we're going to dive into the weekly. And what did the weekly bring? Because when we looked at it, you weren't too ravey about the weekend, the weekly close.
Weekly close, it looks also bullish to me. That's why I'm trading the narrative that we should go, to test this 23.6 level or that imbalance area that I'm seeing between this 50 and 60K. Because weekly here, we closed yesterday we closed this weekly candle bullish. We also locked in here a lower low in price in terms this week. Even if you take the candle close, the line chart, that open price was 36271 and that low was 33979, right? So this is a lower low compared to that one, whether you take the week or you take the closing of the candle. And RSI made a higher low. Okay, so RSI is here, make a higher low, and that is a strong bullish divergence. So on the weekly, it gave me the idea also that we have a first leg up, we should go up a little bit, maybe a retrace, and then a third leg up, 3-wave up, at least, minimum.
At least. Okay, right. So with that said, weekly bullish divergence, large time frame bullish divergence locked in. Let's then go to the daily. What do you think about the daily? And now, this is now where it becomes real actionable intel. So let's quickly have a look at the actionable intel.
Okay, daily. So I have marked here on my chart the weekly high at 38,911 on future price on FTX. Weekly low is at 32,837. Okay, obviously we don't want to lose this weekly low, and weekly high is here. So what is the target for the bulls? The target for the bulls is to make higher highs and higher lows. Okay, so Weekend candle, Saturday, Sunday, I don't really like to take them in consideration within that strategy. Because I mean, institution is not really trading over the weekend, liquidities are low. So if I take that candle on Friday, previous day high, it was at 38, and the previous day low for Friday was at 36. Okay, and for me, if you can hold today's, I mean, Friday's low, 183. So this is the move, basically. Today, we come back, capture more liquidity within this bullish candle on Friday. And the target is when they have enough stocks or share of BTCs that they have bought within this area. Then the target for this week will be to go above the Friday high, which is 38K. So basically what I'm anticipating for this week is more like Friday, come back into this bullish territory of Friday. Stop loss for this week should be below this 36,100. Everything that is coming back to this area between what we are now, I mean 37.3 and 36.1 should be a buy with a stop loss here on Friday's low, and the target will be above 38. So if they want to close a weekly, another week bullish candle, so the first target will be at 38, and the second target that we need to reach is below above this weekly high, like 38.9, 39K.
Why I like this theory that you've got is I'm going to bring up my screen and I want to show the seismogram that we've got. And the reason why I like this is because we've now moved into where you are. We're in this price zone over here, and the seismogram is hitting back into our buy zone. So that's supporting the fact that we are in a situation where it is more favorable and more advantageous for large investors to be buying, and the public's definitely not using the sale to their benefit. That's basically, I think, the easiest way to explain that. Okay, Lee, so with that being said, and we're looking, and I'm going to bring back your chart, and we're looking at the daily. So you clearly pointed out for us a probable scenario. We're going to be revisiting the scenario, and tomorrow we're also going to be diving into a little bit deeper on a smaller time frame. But with that probable scenario that you've now got laid out, our next step now would be to go and have a look at altcoins, because I think that's the big thing in question. A lot of people, a lot of alts, and a lot of alts bleeding like crazy. So if you're in bleeding alts, just give it 777 there. Let's see what we can do to help remedy that. And if you took your profit on your Luna and your Solana as per Lee's advice, and we said it many times, you would be in a position now where you can really start grabbing it. So before we go over, please smash those likes, guys. If you want to be hustling with us, you want to have the best opportunity to get into these moves quickly and get into the right direction of the market change with the whales, you need to subscribe to us. You need to hit that bell notification so you're on par with what we're trying to do, and share with your friends. Okay, Lee, let's then quickly have a look at the Bitcoin dominance. I want to quickly bring up the Bitcoin dominance chart. And one thing you said yesterday and over the weekend as well, while we were talking, you said people are hovering in their USDT, but they have yet to deploy it. And this chart that we've got over here actually beautifully shows that. So is there a possibility that we can maybe look for a little bit of weakness? Is there a sign of weakness here that you can see on the chart that we can use as an early indicator?
Sign of strength, you mean? I mean, everything we've said, or what I'm seeing, is this hidden bullish divergence on the monthly or bullish divergence on the weekly. So for me,
the dollar dominance, buddy.
The dollar dominance.
This needs to go down in order for us to really get a good grasp of things. So I can move over to the line tool most probably.
Yeah, I think for me, those guys who's got a lot of USDT now, they are waiting for a clear trend, a clear direction of what's gonna be the next few months. Once they have the clear direction, they will deploy those US dollars. They wouldn't buy. I mean, now we are sitting at 37, and like I said, if you are really bullish, I wanna see the price going above 38, 39. Then I think once we go above this 39 or 40K, the previous bearish resistance. If we have a clear direction down, they will come and deploy all those US dollars and try to push this price from 40K to 50K.
Okay, so dollars are waiting. They're on the side, and the chart is supporting that. It's not ready to move, so please don't grab the next buy thinking that this is the one that you're going to hold till noontime. And please don't use that buy to go buy leverage as well, because those fees are going to kill your profit. It's a short-term action. That's all that we're looking at now. Okay, so now with that being said, Lee, let's move over to Bitcoin dominance. So Bitcoin dominance is a completely different animal on its own. We were looking at the Bitcoin dominance, and the argument that we were trying to make when we look at it is, should we be buying? Say we are taking profit, should we be buying? And say you're in an alt and it's maybe doing bad, should you maybe just convert back to Bitcoin? There's a wise man once told me, don't sit on a sinking ship when a rocket, or don't stay on a sinking ship when the rocket passes you by. Sometimes, you're in a bad spot. It just didn't go your way, but there's an opportunity sitting there. Grab it. Don't hold on to that losing position, because you can always outmove or outwingle yourself. But remember, don't do it if you don't have a game plan. Okay, Lee, so with that being said, Bitcoin dominance, the argument is to try and see if there's something like that boiling out there for us so that we can jump some of those bad coins that are not moving into something that might be bringing it. Now, because a lot of these alts, Lee, and I think it's all over the show, we can see a lot of them. They are not moving. That Bitcoin goes down, they dump more. Bitcoin goes up, they barely move, they barely recover. So money's leaving them. So the easy money, the funny money, the quick money, it's basically that was there to just make those 10x, 200x, 1000x gains. They're not there. They don't understand what they bought, what they've invested in. So they're not going to stick around if that project's not moving. They're not interested in accumulating. So they're going to want to jump ship. And at the moment, Bitcoin or USD is the two currencies that they would want to jump to. So the dominance at this stage is going to be our guide. If Bitcoin starts rallying back up and the dominance starts falling down, that will be the time where these alts are going to start getting life again. So they're probably not done moving. But here and there, we'll have the one-hit wonders. And Lee, you've got one of those one-hit wonders for us. You maybe want to bring up your chart there?
I don't know if it is a one-hit wonders, but
hey, we have to take risk and guess and try.
Yeah, I mean, tier-wise, after going through a few alts, I think that Link is the most bullish chart. I mean, it's even more bullish than BTC, in our opinion. So if I look at this Link, we are sitting in this DCA range. That is the green area that you can see on the screen. If I move it on a daily, if I zoom out a little bit, this is basically this 618,786 zone from a low to the previous high. Okay, so we are really sitting in a good localization. That is from $1 to what was the top here, 53, and we are sitting within the 618,786. So that's the area where smart money wants to accumulate more Link. Now, if you zoom in a smaller time frame, let me use that thing. Okay. So Friday's candle, which I marked previous day high and low, it was.
Can you maybe zoom and expand a little bit more for the viewers on cell phones? Thanks, buddy.
Okay. So let me even delete that green box. We know that it's inside this good localization. And now Friday's high was at 16 and Friday's low was at 1474. So if I remove this weekend price action, today's candle, they open green. I mean, they open red, and they want maybe to come close to this area, the Friday high. I wouldn't even be surprised if Link is gonna dump a little bit more to engulf that structure. But for me, like I said, weekend price action, I don't trust it. So if they come back here, for me, it's a good area to buy, especially around this 1570, this zone, with a stop at 1473, because the idea is we want to make higher lows compared to this Friday candle. And then the target for them will be obviously to go and beat the previous high. So Link looks really, really bullish to me. Yes. So if I have to trade, I mean, to take a trade this week, Link is definitely one of the coins that I'm watching closely. And if I move to a weekly close and open and close, that will be the target. If I'm really bullish, you see on the weekly, it will make sense to come back to this week, maybe within this area here, 15, like I said, 15,
Grab that buy.
and now grab the buy, and the target for the bulls will be above this $18 area. So that's a coin that I'm watching closely for this week.
Lee, I'm going to show you something that you're really going to like. And for everybody else, remember, we not just painted the picture about Bitcoin and why I think that this is going to be a one-hit wonder in the sense that it's going to outperform. Look at this is Link on the BTC chart. And I'm just going to use the line tool just to make it a little bit more contrast orientated so you guys can see. And look at what Link did on the BTC pairing. It made a higher high and it broke the downward momentum. And when it made the higher high, it didn't do it with some bearish divergence or some craziness. It literally deleted everything and said, right, we're in business, shook everybody out, and now it's sitting at around that level. So even on the Bitcoin pairing, we're bullish on Bitcoin. We just gave you hundreds of reasons why we're bullish on Bitcoin. We've got enough reason to think that Bitcoin's going to want to try and attempt to test the resistance at some level. And we've got a coin here that's showing to us that in that process, it might outperform Bitcoin. Something to think about. Lee, thanks a lot, my friend. This was a really good one. I really enjoyed it. Tomorrow we're going to be looking at, what are we going to be looking at? Tomorrow's what's the game plan?
Well, we're gonna look at some buys. If you are bullish for the week, I'm hoping that Bitcoin can retrace a little bit today or tomorrow. Like I said, capture more of BTC, capture more shares, where people are feeling maybe a little bit in panic, and then and bring it up for the rest of the week.
Well, I think the sentiment is we're gonna be hustling this week, and we're gonna be pushing for some trades. We want to get something out. We want to make some money. I think I'm itching to make some money. Lee, buddy, I think it's time for us to say goodbye. And please, guys, if you want to be in on this, hit those likes and subscribe buttons. And it's time to go.
Keep hustling.